give up on God. Job would always trust God, and that's just like some of us. God chose us because he knew that we can handle it.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
God chose us because he knew that we can handle it. You must understand that some of the things that you are facing right now, some people will literally die in. Some of the things that you are dealing with right now, some people will literally lose their mind. And I remember when that baby over there came and told me that he got hurt and that he's almost killed. I can remember my nephew, who was also in a motorcycle accident. He had a seizure and they found him dead in his house. So some people can't survive the things that God has taken you through. Some people literally lose their mind. I know you can't pay your light bill right now, but somebody's going to hate themselves because they can't pay theirs. What it is that you're dealing with, you can handle it. So that's the reason why God chose you. He knew that you can handle it. So even though, God says it like this. He says, her kids are acting a fool right now, but surely she won't give up on me. And even though they laid him off the job, man of God, no, he's going to forever trust me. God knew that what it was that he placed on the inside of you was enough to sustain you to the next time he came to your rescue. God knew that he can trust you with the struggle. Can I say that? God knew that he can trust you with the struggle. He knew that he can trust you with the heartache. God knew that he can trust you with the pain. So he placed this thing upon you just so he can show the world that no matter what, she won't give up on me. No, it doesn't matter how hard it gets. He's going to hold on. Tell somebody, God chose you for this.
God chose you.
Come on, tell them again, God chose you for this. I'm not going to be before you long. So here we are. And Satan says, skin for skin, I will make him curse you to your face. And the Bible says Job was afflicted with sores from the crown of his head to the sole of his feet. I can imagine in my mind that Job probably began to wrestle in his mind with self-esteem issues. And not shortly after, I can imagine that he probably wrestled with the spirit of depression. I don't know about nobody else, but I heard a songwriter say, "Oh my mama, on my hood, I look fly and I look good." So I don't know about nobody else, but I love the way I look. And I believe when those kind of things that come upon you and you're affected by them, they begin to deal and mess with your self-esteem. I can talk about it because I'm a big girl. And so for a long time, I wrestled with low self-esteem because people would call me fat. So when God brought me out of that mindset, I was able to say, I put pictures on Facebook the other day that said, man, heaven must be beautiful because God made me in his image. So I know it is that how it feels. So when you're afflicted in your body and all of a sudden your self-esteem is affected. So I can imagine how Job probably felt about himself and how he wrestled, and probably shortly after, the Bible doesn't say it, but I'm just going to believe it, he probably wrestled with low self-esteem. You know how it is, and tell somebody, but I was chosen.
I was chosen.
I can't hear you saying nothing. Tell somebody, I was chosen.
I was chosen
for this. And all of a sudden, not only are you battling with the struggle, but now you are battling with everything else that's going on in your life.
Yeah.
How is it and why is it that when one thing goes wrong, everything else begins to get better?
Come on.
Say that.
How is it that you only were originally dealing with the fact that your light bill was due, but now you're dealing with the fact your light bill due, your gas bill due, your rent bill due, and your baby needs school supplies? Why is it that all of a sudden everything that was already wrong becomes magnified and it begins to mess with your mind? But the Bible says like this, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are of good report, think on these things. We cannot focus on the things that the enemy will bring to our mind as a distraction. Somebody say distraction. These things we have to understand are a distraction. The enemy begins to try to put these things in our mind, and we don't realize. Somebody tell them it was a setup.
It was a setup.
Come on, tell them it was a setup.
It was a setup.
You don't